بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائي طلبة وطالبات الصف الثالث الإعدادي، الفصل الدراسي الأول. في هذا الفيديو إن شاء الله سوف نجيب على اختبار الفصل الدراسي الأول لأبنائنا في الخارج، المسار المصري، الفصل الدراسي الأول first semester 2023. يبدأ الاختبار بالسؤال التقليدي وهو الديالوج language functions. Finish the following dialogue. Amira is talking with Jenna, who wants to write a letter to her pen friend Jane. As I told you, my dear students, before that, we have to read the whole dialogue as a whole before we start answering. Could you lend me a pen and a piece of paper? Sure, I'm going to write a letter, space. I'm going to write to my pen friend. She's English here. We are talking about her nationality. She's interested in collecting stamps. Why don't you invite her to visit Egypt? Let's start with the first item. Could you lend me a pen and a piece of paper? Sure. هنا we can say here you are, here you are. This is a suggestion. Or you can say, why do you want them? What do you want them for? What do you want them for? طبعا أنا هنا حطيت إجابتين لأن هنا بعض الطلاب يقول لي ما فيش هنا question mark. It's okay. Even if there is no question mark, you can make a question. يبقى هنا, if you want to deal with it as a sentence, you can say, sure, here you are. Or if you want to ask a question, you can say, what do you want them for? Or why do you want a pen and a piece of paper? Why do you want? This is the third. Why do you want a pen and a piece of paper? All these suggestions are right. Number two. Number two, I'm going to write a letter. A letter, and here exclamation mark, a question. I'm going to write to my pen friend. So the suggestion here, who are you going to write the letter to or for? Who are you going to write the letter to or for? Number three, she is English. She is English here. English here is not a language. It's about her nationality. So here, what is her nationality? Number four, she is interested in collecting stamps. So you can say, what is her hobby? Or you can say, what is she interested in? What is she interested in? Or you can say, what is her hobby? What is her hobby. You can write one of them. 5. Why don't you invite her to visit Egypt? Here, this is a suggestions from Amira. So you can, yes, that's a good idea. Yes, yes, that is a good idea. Or you can say, sure, I will do that soon. So here, as you see, my dear students, that there is some kind of flexibility when you answer the dialogue. So any answer or any suitable answer will be acceptable for from you. Now to the second question. Here, read and complete the text with words from the following list. Is website was delivery bad good? Last month I bought a kettle from online, number 1, from line website. Number 2, I waited 3 weeks for delivery. Number 3, when the kettle arrived, it was. Here we have is and was because we are talking about something in the past. It's better to use past. Number 4, it was broken. I made a complaint to send it back and get another one. They sent me a good kettle, good, and took the broken one. They felt sorry about the mistake. I was happy because the problem was solved. So this is the second question. The third question is the passage. Let's read it. Read the following text and then answer the questions. Reading is a useful and important habit in our modern life. We read books when we are alone or when we have free time. A lot of people prefer watching TV, but I like reading because it widens my scope of knowledge. يعني توسع مدارك المعرفة. Really, I can find new ideas and a lot of information which help me to make my life better. It gives me the chance to think and dream. Although we live in the age of computer, the internet, and there is a TV set in every house, we need to read books, which are easier to carry and move with us everywhere and every time. Try to read a book in the shade of a tree, in a garden, or a field, and I'm sure you will enjoy it very much. Also, you can go to a public library where you can read about various branches of science and knowledge. Here we can say, and I am sure you will enjoy it. You enjoy, of course, reading the book. It here refers to the reading the books. So here to the questions. The first one. People prefer watching TV. A few, many, much, little. Little and a few and much. Much is not suitable because people here is countable noun. Little also is not suitable because for the same reason. We have a few and many. And in the text, if we return back to the text, here we see that it said reading is useful and a habit. We read books. A lot of people prefer watching. A lot of people. So here the right answer is many. The underlined word it refers to, as we said before, reading a book, the field, the garden, the shade. Reading a book. Number 3, gives the chance to think and dream. Watching TV, reading, sitting under a tree, walking. Of course, reading. Reading gives you the chance to think and dream. Now to the WH questions. The first question, when can we read the books? If we return back to the text, we read books when we are alone or have a free time. So here, we can read books when we are alone or when we have free time. When we are alone or when we have free time. Number 2. Why is reading a useful and important? Let's go back to the text. Here, a lot of people, really, a lot of people prefer watching TV, but I like reading because it widens my scope of knowledge. Really, I can find new ideas and a lot of information which help me to make my life better. So if we want to write here the answers, reading is useful and important because it widens our scope of knowledge also we can find new ideas and a lot of information which help us to make our lives better. Here the answers again. Reading is useful and important because it widens our scope of knowledge. Also, we can find new ideas and a lot of information which help us to make our lives better. Number 3, question number 3, or number 6, sorry. Where can you read a book? We can read books if we go back to the text. We can read books. To try to read a book in the shade of a tree, in a garden or a field, and I'm sure you will. Also, you can go to public library. So here we can write the answer here. We can read books in the shade of a tree, in a garden, or a field, or in a public library, في مكتبة عامة. So here the answer again, I will say it again. Where can you read a book? You can read books in the shade of a tree, في ظل شجرة, in a garden or a field, or in a public library. Now let's go to the question of multiple choice, vocabulary and structure. Here, a or an is a person whose job is to change the way people do things in society. Campaigner, organizer, engineer, teacher. Of course, the person who is or who can, or whose job is to change the way people do things in society is a campaigner, المناضل. Pieces of wood that are put together so they can float on water are called a ship, a raft, a train, a plane. A raft. The antonym of awake is aware, asleep, conscious, alive. Awake معناها مستيقظ، يبقى إذن مضادها نائم, asleep. The suffix, gives the noun from the verb achieve. We say achievement, of course, achievement. My mother, Mr. Maher, is elderly because he is 90. The word elderly means old, young, rich, poor. Elderly here means poor, old. A passenger travels by train. The word passenger means, of course, traveler. To the question before the last. He does not go to school. With the days of the week, we use the preposition on Fridays. The bus to Alex, the station at 8 o'clock. We said before that for the scheduled events, we use the present simple. So the bus to Alex leaves. Number 3, it's good to buy. This is a comparison. So this is an exceptional case. So we say it's better. It's better to buy things in shops than online. I visited him last week. Last week is one of the key words of the past simple. So it's very easy, visited. As you see that the exam was very easy. It was just a piece of cake for the students of our sons abroad in Saudi Arabia. I have ever traveled by plane. I have never. Now to the last question. Write 110 words in the following. A short story about something that happened in your life. Here you start your story about something that you remember, or a certain experience that might happen in your life. You start to tell or write about the details of that story. Then what is the value you get from that story? Okay, this is the end of our session today. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with me. Don't forget to put like and share the video with others, and put and subscribe to my channel. Till we meet again, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you and goodbye.